Hola mis amigos and possible amigas, my name is Taffrey16. Welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 158, special Sunday edition for the second week in a row. This should be the last time it's a Sunday edition. We should be back to Thursday, this coming Thursday. But it is Sunday or Saturday if you're watching this a day early on Patreon. For those who don't know, the Patrons have the option to watch these as well as the reaction videos up to a day early, sometimes more, and you get your name in the description as well. But regardless of what day you are watching this on, let's go ahead and read some comments. Also, I'd like to note before we start that if you hear any bangs or booms at any point during this recording, I just turned New Year's here as I'm recording this about 45 minutes ago, so it's just fireworks. It's not gunshots. I do not live in Los Angeles. David Mitchell recently made his own Taskmaster-style show called Outsiders. You should definitely check that out. Hopefully I won't get copyright strike for it like the other one. Vinnie Jones and John Fashanu were actually both at the same club when Battle of the Gladiators aired. Really? I didn't know that. Say the strong possibility the show was actually recorded during the summer. It's been unlikely for them to allow them both to court injury mid-season. Yeah, that's fair enough, because I was thinking, I'm like, how is the club cool with this? Like, they're really getting fucked up out there. After hearing that comment about the Postmodern family, I thought about Ashton and John and not seeing them around, so I googled them. Let's just say I didn't find out what happened to them, but I did see a lot more of them. I'll never unsee again. You found the sex tape, yes? That's a thing that exists. I'm not kidding. They do have a sex tape. As far as what happened to them, I think they broke up because they haven't uploaded on either of their channels in like a year and a half. That December's done with. What has been your favorite festive special this year? Mr. Bean for me. Hope to see more in 2022. I enjoyed Mr. Bean a lot. That might have been my favorite. I also enjoyed the Outnumbered Christmas special. I enjoyed everything I did, to be honest. The Gordon, Gino, and Fred thing was really fun. Morecambe and Wise special was fun. The Black Mirror episode, even though it wasn't very Christmassy, was really good. That Only Fool short was good. I enjoyed everything I did, to be honest. Fun fact, all sketches in Morecambe and Wise were meticulously rehearsed to the point where even the parts that looked improvised, though were improvised during rehearsal, were actually rehearsed. Rehearsal was such a serious point, particularly with Eric. However, the Andre Previn sketch couldn't be rehearsed with Previn as he couldn't make it. He couldn't make it. In fact, he rehearsed the script in his taxi over to the show. Holy shit. Eric was so worried about the sketch that he wanted to not use Andre and have Ernie play the conductor instead like they did in the sketch at ATV, but they did it with Andre anyway. When Andre said, "I'll get my baton," it's in Chicago, you can see the excitement in Eric's face, that Andre understands comedic timing, realizing that it's going to be good. This has gone on to be one of the best Morecambe and Wise sketches, so to put that in perspective, one of the best sketches on the show was one that's not rehearsed. Well, I didn't know they were so particular about rehearsal and stuff. That's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes practice makes perfect, I guess, so it makes sense. But yeah, I be honest, just like looking at Previn saying he was a classical composer, I did not expect that much comedy out of him myself either going into it, but he was great. Andre Previn, although famous as a classical conductor, wasn't normally recognized. This one appearance on TV turned him into a one overnight celebrity in the UK. Even years later, people in the streets in the UK used to call out "Hello, Mr. Preview" whenever he came back to the UK from the States. Mr. Preview, huh? I heard he had a pretty good sense of humor about him as well. But rest in peace to him, by the way. He died just about 3 years ago at this point. He was 89 though, so he lived a pretty good life. Should you do Morecambe and Wise every year? Let me think. Yes, thanks for this. I know I nagged you about it for over 2 years. I know I'm not the only one. It's been my mission for the last 3 Christmases, and I'm glad I didn't disappoint. Yeah, I mean, again, that might just set my Christmas video for the rest of time, because there's a whole bunch of them, so I could just do one on Christmas every year. There you go. I think scallops and beef Wellington must be Gordon's specialty, because they both feature regularly on Hell's Kitchen menu too. Yeah, I've noticed that. I used to watch Hell's Kitchen a lot, the American version. And he really, especially beef Wellington, he really likes beef Wellington. That's definitely his thing. Great reaction. Gordon's mentor is called Marco Pierre White. By the way, that's his name. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, look up a video with him and Gordon. Gordon just looks terrified of the fucking guy. I love Porridge. Rewatched it recently. Apart from aging badly in a few places, it stands up remarkably well. My favorite thing Ronnie Barker was ever involved in. You could definitely watch out of order. That's probably how I initially experienced it. I think it would benefit to seeing it from beginning to end. Yeah, if I do more of it, and I think I will, I'll probably start from the beginning. Speaking of David Jason, who you mentioned around 27 minutes in your reaction, David Jason and Ronnie Barker starred in the sitcom Open All Hours together. Plus, David Jason appeared in 3 episodes of Porridge. The voice Ronnie Barker uses in Porridge is not his own accent. Oh, okay. Ronnie Barker also voices the judge, and the title sequence is more like his actual voice. Got you. Yeah, Open All Hours. Him and David J. That sounds like a fun show. Honestly, I'll have to see what the copyright is on that. I was half expecting Snoop Dogg to pop up singing in Japanese about ordering food. Now I'm disappointed they didn't. Bro, if they ask him, he'll do it. He'll do fucking anything nowadays. All they gotta ask him is to bring Just Eat to Japan, and he'll fucking do it. Black Mirror is amazing. Almost all of it is gold. This episode's one of my favorite, along with White Bear and Shut Up and Dance. White Bear is actually the other episode on request. So the next episode of Black Mirror we do will be that. I want that 12 Days of Christmas episode of Inside Number 9 to become a popular reaction at Christmas. You're the only one who's watching it. I find it crazy that the show has no hype. Yeah, I mean, especially with how similar Inside Number 9 is to Black Mirror. It just kind of seems like Inside Number 9 got the short end of the stick. I mean, it's popular in the UK, sure, but I mean, it didn't get the international popularity, that Black Mirror got. The woman from the second story who was inside her own head is Charlie Chapman's granddaughter, Una. Well fit? Really? That's a cool fun fact there. I did not know that at all. That Only Fools episode was surprisingly really good. I'd never heard of it before. I thought it'd just be fluff, but it's actually something felt like cut from a real episode. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they easily could have, like I said, they could have turned that into a full story of them just going around scamming people in different cities. I would love to have seen that. We were most appreciative of this, Comrade Tef. Yeah, I mean, the Russian subtitles was what it was, but I mean, it was worth it to see the episode in that quality. It's probably the best quality you could get of that, to be honest with you. Tam Jr. is absent from Still Game during the revival series and is never mentioned. When asked about this continuity error, the writers jokingly claimed that it was the viewer's imagination and Blind Baby Tam was retconned out of the show's continuity. I wonder why. That kind of reminds me of Friends, where Ross had a son for, I think his son Ben. I think he was actually played by either Dylan or Cole Sprouse, or both of them. One of them played Ben, and then the last two series Ben just disappeared, and at some points Ross even said that his daughter was his firstborn, so just with no explanation they just wrote his ass out. Great episode of Still Game this. Are you able to react to the new seasons after series 6? They're brilliant despite what some fans say. I am, but not on YouTube. Like I've said before, the last 3 series of Still Game, because it was on a new channel, the copyright changed. So if I ever do those episodes, they'd have to be on Dailymotion. Happy New Year when it arrives, man. Also, I just rewatched your reaction Top Gear Africa special. Since you enjoyed that, I was wondering if you'd like to check out any of the other specials, Burma, Vietnam down the line. I have 2 on request. Vietnam is on request, and the USA specials on request. Speaking of Still Game Live at the Hydro, are you planning to react to that at some point? It's pretty good. Yeah, probably. I wonder if I could get that on YouTube, because that's in between the revival and the original show, so I honestly don't know. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for another episode of Reading Your Comments. The comments in this video were pulled from the following videos. Last week's episode of Reading Your Comments 157, American Reacts to Morecambe and Wise 1971 Christmas Special, Gordon, Gino, and Fred the Great Christmas Roast, Porridge, Japanese Christmas Commercials 2, Black Mirror, Only Fools and Horses 14, and Still Game 17. Reading Comments will be back on Thursday this coming week. So the places to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read next week are as follows. This video, the reaction video that comes out on Monday, the one that comes out on Tuesday, and that's it, actually. So those 3 videos are the places to comment if you want a chance to get your comment read on next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, but that's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch where I stream every single day, my second channel for recent reviews, my Twitter, if you want to follow me on my Patreon, if you want to support me on my Dailymotion, all those things are in the description down below. Thank you to all, as I'm currently recording. Actually, I don't know how many Patrons I have now because they reset today. Thank you all for all my Patrons for supporting me and my channel. For those who don't know, again, you can be Patreon on me for as low as $1 or £1. You get extra reaction videos, we'll read your comments up to date early, and you get your name in the description as well. Also in the description is a link to the community Reddit, as well as the daily schedule, as well as the Twitch VODs channel. All that being said though, my name is Taffrey16. It's been episode 158 of Reading Your Comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.